welcome back to Morning Footy. Now we are joined by a very special guest today, Harry Kane. Thank you so much for joining us, Harry.
Harry, what's the motivation for Harry Kane, a guy who's presumably done everything? Obviously, there's the conversation about trophies and winning things, and we know that, but what's the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning still to do what you've done best in scoring goals every day of your career?
Yeah, I think it's just that constant drive to improve. Like you said there, I know there's a lot of talk about the trophies, and whether I finish with 1 trophy or 20 trophies, I don't think it'll change my mindset every day when I wake up. It's to be the best person, to be the best teammate, the best player I can be, and I feel like I'm in the height of my prime right now, so I want to play at the highest level whilst I feel like this for as long as possible. And of course, there will be a time where physically I don't feel like this, and that'll be a sad moment for sure. So I just try and take it all in. I'm a guy who, whenever I do retire, I never want to feel like I left something out there or I didn't do a bit extra to try and improve that little bit more. And like I say, I'm 31 now, and I still feel like this season I've got better. So that excites me, and I'm into that role of a leadership role where I'm helping the teammates around me. I feel like I've got enough experience in the back pocket to help some of my teammates in both Bayern and with England. So. That's going to be me from now until the end of my career, and like I said, I'm excited for the end of this season, and then we have a big tournament in the summer as well.
Hannah, scary for defenders around the world. Harry Kane says he's in his prime right now, so that's a scary thought, because we thought he's been in his prime his entire career.
Obviously, the World Cup's here in America in 2026. England have been so close to winning a major international trophy. Obviously, you got to the semi-finals in 2018, the past 2 Euros as well, the finals. I want you to finish this sentence for me, Harry. England will win the World Cup in 2026 if...
we beat every other team and win 7 games. So
it's as easy as that.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough journey. We know we've been close. We know what major tournament football takes out of you. It's going to be a massive tournament out there in the US and Mexico and Canada, and I'm excited for it. It's going to be the World Cup is the biggest tournament of them all, and you're putting yourself in the biggest games, the highest pressure, and we've been close as a team, so we need to take a lot of the things we've done in the past, but also with a new coach now to try and add a little bit more to get us over that line, and I'm excited for that challenge.
You're definitely this season talking about kind of your seamless transition from the Premier League to the Bundesliga. Last week you spoke about how you feel like you're much more of an improved player, maybe a bit more respected worldwide. What is it about Bayern Munich that has helped you improve so much? Yeah,
I just think obviously we're one of the biggest clubs in the world for sure. And I think just competing at the highest level in the biggest games on a consistent basis is what probably separates you from others. I had spells at Tottenham where I had this where we was challenging at the highest level, but then there was years where we weren't. So I think to do it year after year and put yourself against the best teams, the best defenders, and still be able to show a consistent game, I think that's been the most pleasing thing.
Harry, you mentioned playing against best defenders. Obviously now you're playing for Vincent Kompany, a guy that you would have known well in the Premier League. Kind of talk about his transition and sort of the relationship you guys have struck up, and maybe what impresses you. We know him as a player, but relatively new to the coaching world.
Yeah, I think I've been really impressed in him as a tactical coach first and foremost. I think the way we're playing this season with the high press, with the man-for-man pressure almost, and then also with the ball with a lot of ball possession, a lot of intensity, a lot of counter pressing. It's a great way to play in a really attacking style, and then also just as a person, I think he's always been known as a great leader whenever he's played, and I think he's kind of taken that into his coaching role. It doesn't matter who you are in this team, whether you played 500 games or you're playing your first game, he'll treat you the same. He'll tell you what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and I think the players respect that. We're trying to improve throughout your whole career, and I feel like I've improved in the time we've worked together already, and he's added little bits to my game, and that's all you can ask for. So I'm really enjoying working with him.
All right, you're in the Harry, in the business end of the season here, right? Obviously, quarterfinals of Champions League, battling for a Bundesliga title. We hear all the time juggling minutes and juggling sort of rest and workload and all of that. How have you been able to manage that?
Yeah, again, I think the coach is good at doing that. Whether it's it's in games certain weeks or whether it's in training during the week. Throughout the whole season, there's always going to be little bumps along the way and little niggles that you're dealing with. So I think the more honest conversations you can have with the coach, the better. We spoke about from day one about needing the squad, and obviously you've seen this week with the 3 injuries to 3 important players for us, how quick things can change, and players who maybe weren't playing a lot of minutes were all of a sudden they're going to be starting every game. So it's just about being ready. We're in this together. We win and lose together, and that's the mindset we have. In this final stretch, there's going to be some tough games in both the Bundesliga and the Champions League, but we're ready for that, and we know, on our day we can beat any team, and we have to take that confidence into every game.
Harry, your move to Bayern Munich wasn't just yourself moving over to Germany, but also for your family. I can imagine when you were at Tottenham, them going to the games was quite easy for them. I have a brother that plays in the Premier League, and the games are very local, not too far from where I grew up. How has that experience been for you and your family, moving all the way across Europe, and how they experience your football?
Yeah, it was a big step. It was a big decision to make. Obviously, we'd lived in London pretty much our whole lives, me and my wife Kate, and obviously we have 4 children now. So it was a big move for them. They, the first few months I was here, they were still in London, and that was difficult. That was tough not being with them. But they moved. We all moved into the house last January, so over a year now. The kids are settled in school, they're enjoying it, they've made friends, and we're really enjoying life over here. In terms of the games, my parents and my brother and my wife's parents and brother still pop out, and family who used to come to Tottenham come out for games. Obviously not as many games, but the support's always there, so I'm always lucky in that sense. But overall, I think everyone's enjoyed it. Even my dad and my brother, who go to most of the games, being in new stadiums, different away games, it's been great for them as well.
Well, what a great cultural experience, right, for the entire family, especially your young kids. That's great stuff. So, Harry, walk us into the life of Harry Kane off the pitch, if you don't mind. We know you like golf. I live in South Florida, so I've taken up golf now. We know how hard it is. My partner here, I think, if I have the club right, you might golf at Wentworth, just outside of London, if I have that right. And Hannah's been there, and she's invited me to golf, so I'm just trying to get some insight on her swing, if you've seen anything, any way I can beat her. I need some help here, Harry.
Harry, we both share the same home club at home in England, Wentworth. And I was just wondering,
nice.
how's your golf game at the moment?
It's okay. I haven't really played much since I've been out here, if I'm honest, but I played Wentworth last week after the international break, and I played pretty well. I mean, that's a tough course, so if you're playing well around there, you can play well anywhere. So, watch out, because she might be off a better handicap than maybe what she's showing if she's playing there every week. So no, I love my golf. My life is, like I said, I have 4 kids, so a lot of time with them after training and during the week as much as I can, and whenever I get a bit of spare time, I love to get out there. The weather's, well, it isn't changing here today. It's raining today, but hopefully over the next couple of weeks it will be changing into a bit of sunshine, and we'll be able to get out there for a round or 2.
Harry, what is your handicap?
I'm a 4. Well, I'm a 3.8, so I'll just round it up to 4.
3.8.
Oh, that's great.
He took off the entire. He plays every international break, and he's a 4, if you can imagine. Unbelievable.
We'll have to get a game at Wentworth and see, because I play off scratch, so we'll have to see. I might have to give you a couple of shots.
Oh, that'd be a good game. I look forward to it.
If we get Tony playing, we'll have to give him.
You'll have to give me a few more strips.
Harry, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You have a busy schedule, so we really appreciate your time coming to talk to us this morning on Morning Footy.
No problem. Good to see you.